Hey, what's going on with y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's good? It's good to see y'all. It's most definitely good to be back. I know it's been a long motherfucking time, man. Let me at first address that. Because it's been like at least over a month for sure. It's definitely been over 30 days since the last one. It don't feel like it's been that long, but it has been. It has been. There's been times where I thought about, hopping on making a video, but when I gotta think about that shit, ain't no video getting done. I'm a spontaneous dude. It's just the way it is. It's been that way my whole life. As far as me losing my head, doing something positive or negative, sometimes it might be spontaneous. Not impulsive, but spontaneous. You can almost look at it. It's not the same shit, man. Just whatever, man. It's my birthday, though. Well, tomorrow's my birthday. It's my motherfucking party, and I'll cry if I want to. So, in this video, Cry Me a River, I'm going to be smoking. I'm going to be sipping a little bit of. Let me show you what I got here. I got some of this. You know what I'm saying? This is on a lighter note. Now, this Grey Goose, I had this for 2 weeks now. Let me explain myself. I'm like, I don't want to spend too much time on this right now, but long story short, I've been having some issues with my insides and my stomach and stuff, and I know I shouldn't be touching that, probably. I haven't really been touching the bottle much on the weekends. It's a special occasion now. I don't go fuck if my stomach hurts like shit tomorrow or this whole weekend. I got to set up a doctor's appointment. Now that I got fucking benefits at this new job, that's another thing I want to discuss with y'all. What's been going on with that? And it's been a hell of a ride, man. Lately, I sit down, I feel like I got a lot of discomfort. It's not so much. I really don't want to go too deep in about my stomach issues with y'all because that's some personal shit. But it's not like Crohn's disease, like I'm using the bathroom all the time. It's just something's going on, and I know what it is. I mean, last time I'm in the doctor, they put a camera inside. I see the pictures. I had some inflammation and esophagitis, acid reflux, all that shit. So it's been 3 years since I've been back, and I feel like it's been at its worst, and I'm not drinking alcohol like that. When it happened the first time, I told y'all that I drank myself down to death. I was, in a different state of mind, and I was drinking heavy, very heavy in 2014 through 16. I was drinking real heavy, you know, real heavy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the other way to explain it besides. It was just I was going hard in the paint, and I paid for it. It got to the point that, you know, I couldn't control myself from drinking too much, and I had ended up in the ER, and it was able something to be recovered. This was years ago. I shot myself. As embarrassing as that sounds, I shot myself, and I had a girl at the time. I can't even call her a bitch, even though I'm not saying it to be negative or rude, but man, what a woman, though. These women, I got to give y'all women y'all props because she actually sat there and nursed me and cleaned up that shit. Man, if that was me, let the turbos have been returned, and that bitch was sick like that and shot on my bed. I'm like, you get your nasty ass out of my fucking house. I don't give a fuck how you get out of here. When you get the fuck out, which door you choose to get out of, just get the fuck out of here. Nah, she took care of me and blah blah, and I got in the car. I went right to the hospital because it got that bad. When I shot on her bed, I was embarrassed, and she cleaned it up for me, and I was like, deuces. I gotta go to the hospital now. You know what I'm saying? It was like, so, women are something special, man. Thank God. Because if it wasn't for like them just being able to be caring and look past things other than our looks and our attraction, we'd be finished. A lot of us guys, we'd be fucking finished if it had to do with our looks and the way we take care of ourselves. We'd be finished. So thank God that your mouthpiece and a good personality can get you somewhere, and certain things, and it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, we broke up after that. Not because of that situation, but shortly after that, we kind of broke up. Whatever. That's beside the point. Who gives a fuck? That was a long time ago. It was cool, man. We did some things, man. I called her out one day because she went my motherfucking cell phone, bro. That's why we broke up. I had to think why we broke up. She went my fucking cell phone, bro. You don't do that shit. We weren't together that long for you to be able to do that shit. You didn't have that permission to go on my phone yet. I don't mind, but I felt like we weren't together that long for you to be able to feel like you had that power to go on my fucking cell phone. Trying to fix something real quick. My bad, y'all. I feel like you don't deserve that shit, you know. So she went in there and she saw something she didn't want to see. She was being nosy. She snooped around. She found some shit that she wasn't prepared to see, and she saw what she saw. And it was a text message with some girl saying something to me. Who God knows what the fuck she said to me, but she said something like, blah blah. Probably in terms of like, you're gonna come over and dig me down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like the Arizona lifestyle. Motherfucker was having a lot of sex. It had nothing to do with fucking Arizona. I mean, it was fucking whatever. It was that point of my life where it was like, I gotta be a dog and I gotta make sure I, piss on a few fire hydrants before I call it quits. If you know what I mean. And I felt like I started to tone my shit down around 29. And I was curious, when we broke up, me and that broad, I was 27 at the time. I was a Red Cross worker. And I worked at Red Cross for about 2 years. I thought I was a good Red Cross worker, but it's crazy. I stayed there for so long because I hated my job. I really did. It was hard for me to get through the day at my job because of the shit that they, the people, not the company. The company was cool. I really appreciated working for the Red Cross. The manager, I got into a fight. Hold on, but before that, like just the customers, they talk to you, man. Like there's some kind of lines we call that it's just a bad call line. I don't know what you want to call them, but they put us on a program and they put us on a call list. And this call list, it runs through automated calls we call those motherfuckers automatically. And the computer does a call and you just wait, you hear the phone ring, you pick it up. You see all information pop up on the screen. And man, this time you get cursed out as soon as they answer the phone, man, fuck you, blah, blah. I've been cursed out, threatened. I've had some fucked up things said to me, and it used to psychologically bother me. I didn't think it would, but it used to. I don't know why. I took it home with me. Never took a job home with me, but I took that job home with me, man. It bothered me, bro. And I used to drink. To get through it. Not to get through a lot of other things in my life, but that helped me too. I just said, fuck it, I'm going to get drunk, go to work. And I worked my ass off, man. I stayed at that job for a year and a half more. Because I developed alcohol. Once I discovered alcohol, I was like, damn, this shit makes me not give a fuck. People curse me out, say whatever they want to say. I didn't give a fuck, but all right, thank you, sir. Fuck you! All right, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Click. Hey, how you doing? Would you like to develop? Fuck you! Have a good day, man. Fucking asshole. And that was this discovery of the shit, man. I had some shit. There was one time I had a couple of phone calls I just never forgot. When a dude asked me, he was acting real calm, and I was like, hey, sir, would you like to donate blood or whatever the fuck ever, man? Just picture me asking people to donate blood, bro, which is already kind of funny in itself. And I'm sitting there. Now I got my little suit on, of course, no hat. I'm fucking dressed, man. I'm looking good. I always have my nice gear on, my nice office shit. I always had, whatever the fuck. I always had different color shirts, whole bunch of clothes and stuff like that to match whatever the fuck I wanted to wear. Blue, turquoise, fucking purple, orange for fucking Halloween. It's like the St. Patty's, I had a green. It didn't matter. I just had all types of suits, and it was a different Jamal back in those days. It was a different J-Ball 2K TV. This is a different beast, man. If you go back, you watch me back in the day when I was like wearing polo, like in that fucking video about the weed anxiety shit. That's around that time. No meth was discovered. None of that shit. It was just work and alcohol. Work, drink. And them shits went together for me, and it made my life. It was good, man. I was on the right path. As much as you'd be like, this motherfucker drink, you didn't even know half of the time. I covered that shit up so well. And whatever. I almost got into a fight at the job. And the motherfuckers let me keep my job. I did get into a fight at the job. I threw a garbage can at the dude. Kind of embarrassed to say that shit. It sounds like some childish shit. I threw a garbage can at this dude, man. I was mad. Some Spanish dude too, which is already crazy and stupid in itself. Like, what am I doing, beefing with Spanish dudes out here? Like, in Arizona, that's some stupid shit to do. I was almost worried about my life. Nigga threatened me and shit about shooting me and shit. I didn't care at the time. I was hot, and you gotta understand, my anger was at an all-time high. I mean, I used to go off, and I'd go off, and I wouldn't recover from that shit instantly. I'd be mad for like at least 30 minutes, man. I mean, angry. That's a long 30 minutes, and I mean, it's not pretty when I get angry like that, and I don't care. Obviously, I threw a trash can at the dude in the office and challenged him for a fight, and he declined the fight. He said, "Nigga, you ain't even gonna come back." She like gestured like a guy. I was like, "Man, blah blah," and I went off, "Fuck you, blah blah, fuck pussy boy." And I'm surprised nothing happened to me, man. God looks after me, man. God is so good. I've had situations where I remember one time I was at the bar with a couple of my partners. This is a while back. Fuck the Red Cross. I don't talk about that no more. On some new shit. We was at a hookah bar, man. Outside the hookah bar. I know you're familiar with hookah bars. Any of y'all go smoke out there, whatever. And we out there, I'm 19, man. A little young Thundercat, man. And we kicking it, and I'm with my homeboys, like maybe 3 of them. I had this job at the time I was working. I was making like $600, $700 a week. Pretty good job, man. 19, but I fucking screwed that up. Like I always screw up things. Anyway, so, but yeah, at this time we had the blood. I'm celebrating. I got all this money. I'm like going crazy. I even bought somebody some shit so we can give to a girl. I got this, my boy, a bouquet of roses. Like I was just being stupid, just spending money on dumb shit, buying all types of alcohol. Fucking Hennessy was good. I had to get the money to somebody else to buy it for me because I had a fake ID. But that's still neither here or there. So yeah, man, we at there freestyling now. This shit is funny. You gotta hear this out. You know the shit you see on TV, that fucking stereotypical, like, I don't know how to say this shit a good way, that stereotype, like this nigga's battle rapping, he's getting into a fight. That's what I did. I was that motherfucker that got into a fight. I hit somebody because I didn't like what he said. Now this shit is funny as fuck, yo. Just thinking that Kevin Hart, like the battle shit. We're battling right now. I used to rap, and I don't know, I got songs on here. I don't really do that too much. My love for hip hop kind of died down because of the way the mumble rap. I don't like the direction of where hip hop's going. I still listen to it. I just don't want to be a part of that shit. I gotta love something that I do, and I lost love. Once I lost love, that's like. But yeah, so we out there and we battle rapping, and first of all, I'm freestyling. I'm with these 2 girls. This motherfucker came up. I had these girls. I was getting them. I was winning them over, bro. They was liking me. They loved my Mustang. I had the money. I had these bitches, man. They were beautiful. I was about to get this girl's number. I was doing good that night. And this dude gonna come up, and I'm freestyling, rapping. All this shit. They're like, oh, I like that. And the dude hear this shit, and he starts rapping. But he's looking at me, and he's dissing me. He's dissing me, man. He talking shit with his rhymes and shit. I don't know what the fuck he said, but he was talking shit. Man, he was not that bad neither, man. It was a little bit better than my shit, so it hurt me. It embarrassed me. I was embarrassed, bro. That's the only way I can tell you straight up as a man. That's hard for me to say. I was embarrassed a little bit that he was beating me, and my verse wasn't as good as it. My verse was like weak, and I never really battled like that before, like caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? He was touching me. He was touching me, man. He kept putting his hands on me. He was fucking rapping like, grab me, get off me, motherfucker. That's where he was getting hostile a little bit. He fucking touch me, motherfucker. And they got to the point this, so he got like real close. I pushed his ass. I pushed him back. Bow. Pushed him back. Motherfucker fell on the ground, everything. I fucking pushed him with all my strength. Fuck out of my face, bitch ass. And once that happened, his boys, I had my boys, they grabbed me back. Hey, well, hold up, Jay, what you doing, bro? You tripping, you bugging, bro. They grabbed me and shit. We outside the hookah bar, 7-Eleven right there. And I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers, what you want, man? And I'm talking my shit, I'm ready to fight. And these motherfuckers are all like disciples, gangster disciples, whatever. Regardless of what you want to say, they phony, fake. Look, these motherfuckers wear flat, they do their shit, they portray this, they sell dope, they rob people, they carry guns. I mean, if they're fake, then they pretend to be the real deal. Them motherfuckers are scarier than anybody else. People who pretend to be whatever you want to say. These are the real deal. And I'm beefing with these fools. I already hit one of them, man, whatever. I pushed one of them on the ground like a feather. He's whatever. I be fighting, man. I be fighting. Win or lose, I fight. I don't give a fuck. And Man, this motherfucker on the ground, whatever, and they, I'm trying to, my boys hold me back, and I see a nigga I knew since I was since I was in elementary school, luckily. That saved me. My boys saved me too, because they knew some of the people. I knew that dude, you know what I'm saying? I knew him from elementary school. I knew him from the second and fifth grade. I knew him from. And we knew the same people from back then. We was in the same probation class. Now, when I say probation class, they put you in these little programs for probation. I was on felony probation for a burglary I did back in 2000 and fucking whatever the fuck, 7, I don't give a fuck. Long time ago, right? And, he was in there for fucking malicious wounding, whatever the fuck ever. We was all in there for felony type shit. Robbery, burglary, strong arm robbery, shit like that. Breaking and entering, thumb breakers, mob assault, whatever. That was what saved my ass though, because he's like, I seen him on Monday. Turn around, he's like, "Hey man, you was tripping on motherfucking Saturday, bro." And that was it. That was how the conversation never went any further. I said, "Look, man, whatever, man." And his boy was in. His boy was, shit, I forgot about. His boy was in the class too. So we had another boy that was in class with him that was there that night. They was boys. He didn't want to let it slide. He wanted to fuck me up. He wanted to fuck me up. He's like, "I want to get that fool." And he said, "Look, I've been trying to get my boy, chill it out. You know what I'm saying? I've been calming him down. He wanted to try to do something about that stuff, And I said, can we resolve? He's like, "Yeah, ain't gonna nothing happen, but he do want to get at you. So I can only control what I can control." But anyway, them niggas got locked up. They did some crime like the next week. They never came back. They got rearrested, stupid motherfuckers, and probably in prison to this day. That's where gangbangers go, or dead. Who gives a fuck, right? And there's a cycle of that shit, and they keep repeating it too. Goofy motherfuckers. Got your boy reminiscing, man. Going back. It's a trip, man. That was so many years ago. I'm 32. I mean, there was a point in time when I was homeless. I've been homeless before this, or after that. But at that time, it was hard, man. I was homeless, sleeping out in the cold. I remember they got the snowing real bad in Virginia. It was the biggest storm that Virginia ever had in quite some time. And man, this shit was fucked up, man. I'm talking the snow was like up here, not exaggerating. Like I remember one time I had to bury myself out of the house. And I remember I had a long driveway. I had to shovel that shit by myself, man, because motherfuckers couldn't help. That's not really important. But I did it because that's what men do, right? No, they don't sit around and wait for someone else to help. I did what I could do. I got the shit. And, I got through that probation shit, It is what it is, man. I was homeless but my surveillance officer, he kept bitching, man. He was fucking bitching. This motherfucker was bitching, bro. Bitching. Non-stop motherfucking play hating and bitching. Trying to steal my shine or something. So you gotta understand, so I didn't have a cell phone. I'm beat down to my socks, man. The bag I had, someone stole it again. Someone stole my bag with my Kobe Bryant jersey on it, rest in peace, with all his championship wins on it, man. And that makes me sad because it was a throwback jersey. Not because of the value of it, just because it's like, I always loved that jersey. I was mad. I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. And some cocksucker, I know it was someone that knew me, because someone that knew me that was acquainted with people I knew me around the block, whatever the fuck ever, they took that shit. Because there's no other way. Because I hid that shit in a good spot. Someone just happened to go, maybe not, man. It wasn't in that good of a spot. It really wasn't. Anyone could have found that shit, actually. Never mind. Let me not be like, oh, some CSI shit. No, somebody randomly discovered that shit. More than likely, I feel like it was in a hill. But we went, man, someone showed me that spot, and I'm going to hide it there. How stupid could I be at the time? Yeah, man, but this motherfucker was bitching. I called him from Verizon. I used to go in the Verizon store. I used to use the cell phone. I used to holler at the girls in there, too. When I was fresh. Like, if I took a bird bath shower, I was clean, I would talk to those girls in there, man. They would flirt with me and everything, man. I had this girl smiling. I didn't have a cell phone to give to him, though, because I was, like, homeless for real, bro. I used to go in there and use the cell phone. That's how much confidence I had. I was still talking to girls when I was homeless. What happened to me? I'm a working man. I act like what the fuck is the matter with me? Anyway, so Yeah, man. This motherfucker called my probation officer, man. He's like, yo, man, you're incompliant. You're incompliant, man. You're incompliant. I kept lying to him about addresses and shit and jobs that I was supposed to have. I was trying my best, but how can you? It's hard, bro, when you homeless. It ain't easy. And man, he kept saying, you're incompliant. Like I told this motherfucker, meet me at my boy's house, and I wanted to kill this motherfucker, dog. I wanted to kill my homeboy, bro. He's supposed to leave the door open for me. I told him we discussed this shit a week in advance. I said, look, man, he want to come to my house where I live at and look around. I was staying with him, kind of. I said, when you go to work, can you please, like, leave the door open? Let me just pretend that I live there for a little bit. He ain't going to be in there for 5 minutes. Trust me. I know how he does in and out. Not even 5 minutes. He want to make sure everything's okay, kosher. This motherfucker locked the door, bro. He came by and I called him. He's like, man, you ain't compliant, bro. This is the third time you did this shit. Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at 3 years, man, in prison if I fucking violate. And I was like, man, I don't know what to say. What do you want me to say to you, bro? He's like, come see me. So I just said, whatever, man. I think this is it. I got my little sofa. I didn't even drink nothing. I just went straight to that motherfucker. I was like, whatever happens, happens. You know, they were ready to lock me up. Came in there, he's like, hey, man, we're just looking for you, shit. And then this lady named Miss Tillman, I probably shouldn't have said it. Well, whatever. Fucking Tillman's out there. She, black lady, man, she looked out for me, man. She was like, why don't you just put him in that probation housing we have? Or the little the apartment. We have the hotels, the probation hotels that we have. I was like, probation hotels? Now, this is Virginia. You gotta understand how expensive. Virginia is one of the richest states, if not the richest state in the world. Probably richer than Cali, honestly. I think it is. Point being said is that they have funds like that. They have a whole lot of programs that motherfuckers don't even know about. They have these shit specifically for people like me who are homeless, can't get a job, hard to get a job. We know you can't, whatever. We'll help you out until further notice. Man, they fucking put me up in this fucking hotel room. Man, the surveillance officer kept saying, he's like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't think we have enough funds. Oh, yeah, we do. Sure we do. She checks up the boom. Yeah, look, boom, we got rooms available. Put me in a fucking room. Man, gave me gift cards, man. I like to cry, yo. You understand? I was sleeping outside. I don't know how long I was homeless for. It was really hard, bro. It started snowing outside, man. I hit a rock bottom at that point, man. And, I got saved and I was able to get some shelter too eventually after the hotel shit. And I stayed out of trouble. I had a problem with stealing, from the store and shit like that at the time, but I was always worried about that because, I couldn't buy alcohol, so I used to steal it because I was kind of alcoholic, man. I mean, I was alcoholic, so I needed that shit, and I wasn't waiting around for some dumb motherfucker to buy it for me. You live and you learn, though, right? Shit, I've changed, man. I'm a working man now. I've been working double shifts and some more shit. That ain't really stopped me from making videos. That's not really an excuse. But that's just what I've been doing. I'm really trying to work to get my own place again. And I'm working on that shit and I've been saving. So a lot of this shit has been on delay because of that. I gotta focus on this, my life and getting this money. And right now, this ain't paying no bills. I just love doing this shit and I'm always gonna continue to love doing it. But I need to do it when I'm in a better space mentally and, everything's been okay. I mean, I've been driving trucks in my job. I drive a big ass truck. I be driving them TMAs and shit like that. And I'm a highway maintenance worker. I work on a highway. It's a very dangerous job. 3 people in my job died. Not at my same location, but at one of the locations, 3 people died. They were hit. TMA was out, but they were out picking up cones, and them niggas got hit. Bang, took them out. So that shit happens. It's a very dangerous. I'm aware it's a dangerous job. I've been working on doing this job for a while. I know it's dangerous, and I just look at it. God's good, and God got me, and that's the way I've been living my life. And I have lots of common sense, and that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me alive. Having those feelings that maybe I should walk this way instead of that way. The other day, the fucking power cable. I be doing work on what sound like electricians and shit like that, right? Man, this motherfucking power cord, Now, this shit to me is kind of funny because it's my homeboy, but he took this shit. I can understand why, but he didn't notice this happened to him. He almost died, straight up. He almost died. There's no way to put it. Those cables on the highway, those electric wires, those hot wires when they're hot, If you get electrocuted by them shits, you're going to die. You're just gonna hit your heart. You're gonna die. Bow. Dead. Man, he fucking had a digging bar. He was digging. We were digging and shit, and he wasn't looking. He was being kind of like clumsy because he was, not looking, and he kind of hit the wire. And I'm the only person that saw the explosion and heard it. I was looking right at the wire when it happened. Pow! I'm weary. Mine was surrounded. No one else saw it. All looking up. What happened? What was that? He was like, "What was that? Something on the highway?" I was like, "No, you didn't see that. It was right by your leg. The fucking cord, when it hit it went boom. It was an explosion, but it was about this big. It wasn't very big, but it was very powerful. The impact, pow! Like that shit. If that would have hit him, man, he'd have been a goner. I don't think he would have survived that shit. 3 people verified that, yeah, you would have been dead. But he's been using this shit, and he got mad peoples in his love. I understand, but he didn't notice what happened to him until I told him. But he's like, yo, I almost died. But you didn't even know that you almost died. If I wasn't there, you wouldn't have known shit. Does it count if you didn't know that you almost died until someone tells you? Like people be like, oh, 10 years ago when I fell asleep mysteriously. I seen a show the other day. She fell asleep mysteriously by this doctor, right? Man, this motherfucker would rape these bitches, right? Roofie them. I can relate to being roofied at least. Not raped, but roofied. And he fucking put him to sleep, and he do his thing. And then I guess like they were doing investigations on this shit, and they were like, oh, no wonder why I didn't remember about. I'm like, it's just like, you didn't even know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh by saying that shit. Maybe that's a bad example because I hate to put rape and things like that, but you didn't even fucking know. It's a little bit different when you didn't know. But bullet shot by me and I didn't know it shot me. Am I gonna react to it the same way as if I saw it and I missed it? No. So I don't know. Like I said, it's my birthday. I got some Grey Goose. I'm gonna have a shot. I might do streaming tonight. I don't know. Don't count me on it because, like I said, my life's spontaneous. It just like whatever things pop up, I go. I'm not much to make motherfucker to make plans because I don't like to be phony on my plans. I like to make sure I follow through, and it is what it is. Honestly, I don't get out enough. I really don't because I look at my homeboy at work. He's on the phone and shit, talking all day to people. It's not like I ain't got friends. I got friends. Big friends. But I just don't even fucking want to hang out a lot of the time, man. The motherfuckers be hitting me, hey, yo, you should come over my house. I be not wanting to do shit a lot of the time. I don't know. I guess I just been safer by myself. Maybe all the stuff that happened to me through all the GS shit, maybe it fucked with my head a little bit. Maybe it just kind of made me worry about my surroundings and people around me. But 32 years living, man. I mean, I've been making the smart decisions. I almost died many of times. I've done some very lucky things. I mean, I didn't crash in a motorcycle, and I didn't break my leg. Like I feel like I should have been severed for sure. That would happen when I was 14, riding a stolen motorcycle and crash at a moped, the fast mopeds though, the ones that not them little shitty joints like the 60cc, whatever they are, the fast ones. And I crashed that shit right into someone's car, man. And then when I tried to turn away, and I went like, I didn't even stop, and went bow, and my leg was fine. I just limped a little bit, and I'm good, man. And I've always been between me jumping off a 3-story roof, running from the cops, that's another story for another topic. I mean, I've done some wild shit, it's like, and all the other stuff I don't even want to care to get into, the druggings and all that shit, and I ain't got no time for that. I hate talking about that shit. But all those things, and the heart attack, and the mini stroke, I don't even want to, I feel like it was more than a minor stroke, but a stroke to say the least. It was fucked up day. Other things that just sound so unbelievable that I don't even care to discuss in this video. But I do want to say it's my birthday, and I'm a party, and if I want to cry by spilling my pain out, whether it's through happiness or joy, I'm gonna do that shit. Y'all gonna love it. 30 minutes in, I know it's a long video, man. You might have to come back and watch part 2, but I'm gonna cut it right here. Where my shot at, man? I hate the way liquor tastes, bro. I hate alcohol. It tastes like shit. No matter what you do, it just don't taste good. Anyway, it gets you drunk. That's the point. Like I said, work's been cool. I'm gonna figure out, take care of myself. Find out what's going on with my stomach. Keep on the up and up. Keep saving. Keep doing what I'm doing, and just keep on the up and up, and give y'all updates, and not make any promises that I can't keep. But just look out for me, and I know that I'm still around. I'm not gonna stop doing this shit, and I do miss y'all. I really do, and I want to be more active with y'all. I really do. I'll take it easy out there. Y'all be safe, and thank you for always showing love. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for staying around as long as you have been. It's very appreciated, and I really do adore the love. It's wonderful. Peace out.